Welcome to Get Sports Focus. My name is Alfred Joaquin. I go by Alf. That's what everybody calls me. But Happy New Year. This is the first GSF Weekly video podcast. I think that's what it's called. Anyways, you see me, and you're going to see Coach Andrew in just a little bit. Playing right behind me is a slideshow from the players of the game from our GSF Senior All-Star Game that we just finished a couple of weeks ago. Actually, it's less than 2 weeks. But I'm looking out the window right now, and it's really windy. It's raining really hard. But it's all good because we're here, and it's warm. And I got this nice setup. So, in just a few moments, we are going to be joined by Coach Andrew, and we're going to talk about the GSF Senior All-Star Game experience and the upcoming GSF 7-on-7 Tournament Series. And we have a couple of big announcements that we're going to make as well. So stay tuned.
Get Sports Focus is brought to you by Summit Partners, leaders in growth equity investing. Weightsandbars.com. Build your home gym and shop locally from the Bay Area's best fitness equipment experts. Ike's Love in Sandwiches. Championship level sandwiches every single time. South Bay Construction. A reputation built on trust. And by Game Breaker, the official safety and uniform partner of Get Sports Focus.
We are back, and we are going to be joined by Coach Andrew in just a little bit. I don't know why I have this, but this is my daughter's little bunny that was left on my desk. I guess she's ready for Easter. Anyways, so what's up, everybody? If you have any comments, questions, or feedback regarding last football season, go ahead and comment on the comment section. This is going to be on YouTube. Sections of it is going to be uploaded on our Instagram. I'm still trying to figure out TikTok. Maybe I can have Manalo figure that out. But it's been a crazy month this past month because of the All-Star Game, and now we're jumping into 7-on-7s, and we have a tournament this weekend, and I have, hey, what's going on, Coach Andrew?
Going on? We're back.
We are back, baby.
Oh, it's been a while.
It's New Year. Happy New Year. I know I wish you Happy New Year already, but this is the official GSF greeting. Happy New Year to the XIOS families.
Happy New Year.
And since it's New Year's, let me start off by saying this year we are coming in strong, baby. Yes. Coming in strong. Shout out to Parker's dad, Trace, for hooking me up with this Melin. Oh man, this is just the finest brand of caps. No cap. I don't even know if I'm using that terminology right, but I've heard kids say no cap, no cap. Well, this cap is probably the best one that I've ever gotten because it's, I don't know, it makes me look sexy. Anyways. Yeah, we're coming in strong, man. We're coming in strong. And right behind me, I got the GSF logo, and I got the players of the game from our GSF Senior All-Star Game. And since we have that, Coach Andrew, our official GSF Special Teams Coordinator and Strength and Conditioning Coach, what'd you think of the whole thing? Now that you had time to kind of sit back, relax, and watch the game a couple of times and think about the last month.
I got to give a lot of kudos to all the kids. They just the amount, like where they're all coming from, and the fact that they all came together and how they all train and practice together. This is what it's about. It's about bringing the community together. These guys are having such a ball, during practice. The mini competitions that we had during practices during the week, those are so fun. The game itself, from a watching standpoint, you could tell the first quarter was rough. I think everyone was like, I don't think the kids kind of knew like, oh, can we like really go like all out? And I think after Connor made that field goal and I think Ferrari got the first pick, that's when the whole, like those two plays, those are the two big plays in the first half, I would have to say.
Yep.
Once those happened, the game in the second half completely changed. These guys were like going at it.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, now it's a game. So it was good. Like, I think they had a lot of fun. But the good thing about it is like, even as like they would talk some smack to each other after like they would get like a big hit, they'd be like standing over each other, and then they help the guy right back up.
Yeah. I thought
that's what you needed. Like, I think that's a huge highlight. So good game. The South won. 5 stars. My midi guy got to play the game.
Playmaker. I was really happy for Justice because he was hurt. Justice was kind of, I mean, he's kind of like one of those players that were overlooked. I mean, he's super talented. Mm-hmm. I think he could go far, but injuries and just the way he's utilized could make a huge difference. But this was his game. He really shined, and to be an impact player, that was huge. So I wish him the best as far as the next level. And I think he's running track. He's gonna do a couple other things, but he's definitely one of those players that we were really fortunate to work with for the last 4 years. Justice was loyal, man. He's a GSF guy because he's been to our camps, he's gone to our tournaments, super supportive of anything and everything we do. And that's why we also do the same for him, because the more we hear from you and the more we see you, the more likely that we'll be able to collab.
Exactly.
The word collab. Dude, it's really windy outside. Like,
is it bad up there for you guys?
Yeah. It's really windy. I'm nice and warm in here, but it's pretty warm. But what about what did you think about the format? And I mean, a lot of people don't understand. I don't think a lot of people would even understand like the format anyway. So but I know for sure the approach was different from the get-go. And that's 4 years in the making, basically, or 3 years, but however you want to put it, since we missed a year. But what really made me happy is just the way the coaches handled the entire process from the get-go. It's almost as if like, no, it's not even almost. It's like we were all on the same page as far as what we wanted to do and how we wanted to do it. And, the trust that we had for each other was like awesome. And so shout out to Coach Cordero, Coach Harrison, Coach Dante, Coach Josh, Coach Shante, Coach Emmett. He was awesome. You, Coach Malik. Coach Malik was like he was like the guy that when I announced that Coach Malik was going to be part of this, everybody was like, "Whoa, that's an awesome pickup," because he's a local guy, young guy, and he does a great job. So, did I forget anybody? I hope not. Oh, Coach Tyler from MA, and we had Coach Louise. They were awesome, man. I mean, you wonder why we had a lot of MA guys. Well, we had like 3 MA coaches, and the guys just wanted to play, and they qualified. So,
who else is there? Oh, Coach Dominguez, Coach Palacios.
Coach Dominguez, yeah. Coach Emmett Palacio, yeah. Andrew's dad, yeah. He was cool. So it was cool after the game. Like he was like, "This is probably the last time." He was kind of emotional, and I was too. And so is his son. That was the last time he gets to coach it. He got to coach his son on the sideline. So I thought that was a special moment.
Yeah.
We had a lot of St. Francis guys as well. As you could see, Heroes was well represented by the St. Francis Lancers. Best player, did we get it right? Was it the Ferrari? Ferrari Miller. Yeah.
Yeah.
He went off.
I think like when they started like leaving him in there, it was just like to be completely honest, like I've only seen like little clips of Mac during the season. So to see this firsthand, I was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Like he just completely turned on a different gear. Like that's amazing. Like the motor on that guy, any school would be really lucky to pick him up, honestly.
Yeah. I think one of the kind of like hidden treasures here are the two St. Francis award winners, Braden Ellis and Kiala Aina.
Oh yeah.
He was excellent. Kiala was like, if not, they're pretty equal. I think they're pretty equal. Kiala on the hero side, and then you got Ferrari on the GSF 5-star side. Those were the top two. I can't put one over the other because they played different positions and they were put in different situations. But as far as playmaking, oh my God.
Oh, very similar.
So underrated. Best safety in the BCS. Jeez. I saw him during the year and just the way he plays, I think he's I would rank him up there, at the top. And Daniel Cruz Jr. from Oak Grove represented.
Yeah, he played really well. He played really well.
Yeah. And that, to have these, there's also a bunch of Oak Grove guys. And they all qualified. There's a few, the grade point average requirement got really great reviews from everybody. JC coaches, coaches in general, parents, and some parents were mad about it because they're like, what if you have a 2.7 and you work really, really hard for it? And I was like, well, I mean, that's great. But that's kind of like life in a nutshell right there.
Yeah. And I think that's where I know we were going to touch upon it earlier, but like, I think this is what separates why this all-star group and the format that we did it is so special, because you have to take care of everything at the school level. Like we already know they can play. Like I think we've discussed this quite a bit through the season. Like we already know that these guys can play football. Can you take care of the things outside of it?
Yeah.
This kind of shows it. And look at the players that showed up. Like you do have like a lot of the top players from like the WCAL. You have the guys from the East Bay, the Peninsula. Like these are the top players, and they are all league winners, as well as probably all academic kids too as well. Like, so it is possible for every player that's watching that's, still young. It is possible for you to carry a good grade point average and be an all-star. It is possible. And I think they just need to understand that and see it. You shouldn't just get an all-star picking just based on yeah, I mean, there is some things you need to do out on the field, but it's like, you can't just get a handout like that if your grades are really bad. I don't think that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting because in the early process of this thing, there were several, actually there was a lot of players that thought like, oh yeah, I got this. I'm gonna be part of this. And then when I sent out the the form, didn't hear from him for quite a while, and then and then the negotiation started. Oh, what if I have this? What if I have that? The one thing that I was really impressed with, we had about 7 players that started off below 3.0. One had a 2.4, I believe. And this player, he asked me, what if I get my grades up. Like, how much time will you give me? And I said, oh, before like by the break, because that's when we started the actual practice. So I was really proud of those guys. I'm not going to name all of them because some of them asked me like, hey, let's just keep it between us. But one player that was pretty vocal about it is Mahe from Palo Alto. He was one of those guys that got his grades up, and he was super excited. The Friday before the first practice, he texted me. He's like, I got my grades up, and I got the text and everything. He showed me his transcript, and apparently, as soon as we talked, a few weeks before, he actually right away started the process of like getting his grades up. And see, that's a lesson right there. If I wish a lot of players would have done that. I think it would have made a huge difference too. But there's some really talented players out there that it just almost seemed like they didn't really care. So they didn't fight, right? It's like, okay. Or they didn't take it seriously. That was it too with this whole process. No, I enjoyed this whole thing. This whole thing was like freaking awesome from the get-go. And everything turned out way better than I expected, which is excellent, right? And we've been talking about this behind the scenes the whole entire season. What I did not like is the split support from the community because and I think I'm going there. No, because here's the thing. We're on a mission to support these kids. I think I personally, my actions speaks for itself. Yours and everybody on the coaching staff. When this was planned, this was not about who's going to coach. This was not who's going to put this thing on. This is about the athletes. It's a reward. And we've been doing this all-star draft for the past, 7 years? And it got really good the past 4 or 5 years. And this was a lead up to that. So it wasn't anything personal against a group or another game or a coach or whatnot. But what I did not like is the split support in the community because, when you're doing something different or new, you're going to get that. And I totally understand that. And I was prepared for that. And I really appreciate all the ones that supported us. But for those who did not, all I got to say is it's okay. Try to understand what we're actually doing because you might actually like it. And we might actually end up working together in the future if our mission is the same. So, but to discourage players from participating just because blah, 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 blah. Okay, whatever. But anyways, you know who you are. You know who you are.
Oh.
No, it's cool. I mean, I'm not I didn't take it personal. I kind of just laughed. I was like, yeah, I knew this was going to happen. But no, I appreciate the players that stuck with us and that, that really, poured their heart and soul in the 8 days that we were together. I thought that was a great experience. And we had guys from Oakland, we had guys from Salinas, we had guys from everywhere for this one. And I already have 2024s hitting us up. And they want to be part of the GSF Senior All-Star experience for the upcoming year. So, and that's the planning for that is pretty much
the same.
More than halfway done. No, it's not going to be the same. It's going to be bigger. So,
that's true too.
We're good to go. Oh, shout out to the broadcast crew. They did an awesome job.
They did a great job.
Jim, Steven, all those dudes from Bay Area Online Sports Network. Excellent job. Looking forward to working with them again. But other than that, man, I mean, that, there's some things that we got to fix. Obviously, it wasn't a perfect event, but for the most part, it was better than what people are used to.
Yes.
So,
definitely.
Yeah. SoFi Stadium, Levi Stadium.
You're on notice.
We're coming.
We're coming.
We're coming.
Dang.
We're coming.
I don't think people are ready for that.
Yeah, they'll be ready.
Yeah.
We'll get them ready. I got a list of the 2024s already, and they're excited about this. So yeah, with that was a 7. Anything else you want to say about the 7-on-7? Any
The All-Star game?
Yeah. I mean the All-Star game, not the 7-on-7.
I will touch on one thing. I know we had a lot of roster spots, and we had a lot of room, and I think the one that I was getting, and I'll touch upon this, is like some of the commentary that I was getting about it was like people saying like, oh, we didn't know, like how to get somebody into this All-Star game. I was like,
yeah,
one, all the players watch. We've been posting it through the whole season on the videos of click here to nominate your athlete. And then coaches coming out saying like, oh, what about these people from this area? Well, why didn't you nominate them?
Yeah. Well, we there were several kids from way out of the area that wanted to be part of this. And I told them, look, I appreciate the fact that you want to be part of this, but if you do, you gotta be 100% all in. You gotta be here for like the practices, because otherwise, like, you're gonna be wasting your time. You're gonna be wasting the coach's time, and there's a process that's involved. So what's interesting is, obviously, everything went well, but it wasn't perfect. There were guys that missed some practices because of basketball, because of wrestling, because of whatever reason, because it was the holidays, right?
Yeah.
But I think the most interesting thing is that the farthest guy, and it was Alice kicker, Abraham, he was the first one at practice every single freaking day. And he was the first guy to actually turn all his requirements in. And he wasn't the first guy that actually got nominated, but he was the first guy to get his stuff done. So I told him afterwards, like, dude, you're going to be a CEO someday because you get your shit done. So that was, and he was a captain for that. And he kicked a 43 yarder field goal for a GSF 5-star also, which is that's a difference maker. So he was coming from far away. Ferrari Miller, Oakland, that's far. That 880 drive is ugly during the week, and he made it.
He made it work.
Yeah, he made it work. BJ and Sean from Bishop O'Dowd. I know BJ came down with something, missed a couple of days, but I mean they were there. Nicholas, James Logan, they came. Oh, he came. He's from across the bridge, and I had to kind of like do a wake-up call with some of the local guys, like, dude, like, you live right around the corner. You can't make practice. What's up? So yeah.
So I mean,
the process will be different when it comes to nomination, because now that it's out there, now people are actually asking, it's like, how can we host? How can we help? And I love that. And I know we're going to get more of that as we move forward. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be great. I think we just expanded on it. And then, I think all we have to do then is like just talk about like, okay, this is what we did. This is what we got to fix. This is what we got to change. This is what we need to add. There's some things that we need to add on the house cleaning ends, but that's stuff for us to figure out when it gets to it. It's going to be here like sooner than we know.
Oh yeah, I know. It's crazy how time flies. So now we have the GSF 7-on-7 tournament series coming up this Sunday, January 15th. come hell or high water, coach, or what do you think? It might rain, but I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay.
Let's look, because there's a cyclone. There's a bomb cyclone coming to the Pacific Northwest right now.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not us. We're okay. We're gonna get like a residual of it, but I'm looking at here's my meteorology work right now. So it looks like we will be clear from the time of 6 a.m. to about 3 p.m. And then it'll start to drizzle. On Sunday, it'll start to drizzle.
That was perfect.
Yeah,
so that means
the
championship game is going to be with a little bit of rain, which is going to be great. So we got DT. Coach Amoko is bringing his squad, all three of them. High Intensity is going to bring their squad, all three of them. Coach Maury, he's got two. And then he's bringing a team from Utah. So I'm looking forward to this team coming from Utah. And obviously one of the really good organizations that we've worked with in the past few years, Coach Roy Harwell from 209 TMP. He's going to be there. We're going to have our heroes and our GSF, the new and improved heroes team, and the new and improved GSF squad represented by Parker 3. It's going to be good. So we're ready. So we got that. And then obviously our homies from down south.
With the very, very widespread team.
Yeah, you guys look great. We scrimmaged them people and they look good. I like their QB, Jax, and that one receiver. Yeah,
from
you
guys Hollister.
Yeah, you guys are gonna be.
I know. It's we're really representing like South, like the South County now. Like it's really I think we have a couple South San Jose kids. I think we have one kid from Morgan Hill, or a couple kids from Morgan Hill. Obviously the Gilroy team, the Gilroy kids, and we're going further. Like we have Hollister. I actually just got in contact with a kid from Santa Cruz, and then a couple kids from Salinas. So we're really representing down here. So this is gonna be fun. It's a different year. It's a different team. So I think that's gonna be rough. That's where like we'll see how well they come together. It's first competition with the new drip. You guys will see the new drip.
Hey, speaking of drip, I know we're gonna win the drip durability championship because our drip is undefeated. Not drip. Our uniforms are undefeated, man.
Oh yeah.
Best quality uniforms out there.
I have some
Nothing ripped.
I know. That's awesome. I mean, you get the big testament to that was during the All-Star game, during All-Star practice. These guys are wearing it, and then I don't know if you saw the compression practice shirts that they got. Some of them were wearing them over their pads, and the fact that they didn't rip over their pads was insane. I was like, that's kudos to whoever prints your stuff.
Well, so the way it works is like, you know how Costco have their own brand, Kirkland?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they also sell name brand.
Yeah.
So I found this out like a few years ago. Gordon Biersch, they actually make the Kirkland beer or the Kirkland brand beer. Yeah, I think it's beer, right?
I think they have like hard liquor for sure.
Or hard liquor. Whatever the Kirkland brand is, that is actually made by Gordon Biersch. And the price difference between a Gordon Biersch product and a Kirkland product is very significant. It's like $3-4. So these things right here, these are the same gear that you probably will get, except for the Swish logo or the Under Armour logo. So shh, don't tell anybody. Yeah. No, it's
Oh.
it's good. I was lucky to find us the people. I'm looking forward to representing Game Breaker as our sponsor for our GSF tournament series. They're gonna be there. McCoy Sports, Coach Oscar is gonna be in the house with his tracking devices promoting his product. So they're gonna be there. We got the 16 by 20 metal plaque that's ready to be awarded to the
To
champion.
me,
I don't know. I want to keep it.
I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, and then we got a couple of raffle prizes that we're gonna give away. And one of them is,
With me.
yep, you get a. Now, are your guys eligible to receive that award, or is this for like what's what are we gonna do with that?
I'm okay to keep it open. I know we'll keep it open. Anybody can do it. And honestly, like you'll get it's three sessions, full like football like training experience. You will get tested on day one with the lasers. We'll train you, teach you everything you need to do, and then test you on the third one. See how you do.
Very nice,
Oh.
very nice. Over $300 value, right?
Yeah.
And is it transferable? What if I get it?
Then you're
Can I
gonna
transfer it to my son, or
for
because the parents are gonna pay?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can transfer it. Like if it's a parent that wins it, if the parent wants to use it, then obviously like depending on the goals, like and whoever it is, like let's say you get it and you actually want to keep it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna. Mhm.
Yeah, baby, I'm ready. I'm gonna do my pull-ups.
We're gonna work on the power cleans.
Speaking of testing, so this weekend is the GSF 7-on-7 tournament, and in about a month later, we're gonna have, I believe it's the South Bay Shootout tournament, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm looking.
But the schedule is actually on our website, and if you guys go to our website, GetSportsFocus.com, you'll see the little tabs that says events, and just go to GSF.
We have the Silicon Valley Classic.
Silicon Valley Class. That's always a big one. That is always a big one. So here's the plan for that. It might be a 2-day event.
Yes.
And it might be 2 different locations. And you got to qualify for the next day. Because there's a lot of teams.
Okay.
So they got to qualify for the next day. And we've never done that, but I think we might actually do that. So that's something to look forward to. But speaking of testing, like I said, Top Dawg 4 is it's about to get announced.
Just leave it at that. Just leave it at that.
Really?
Yeah.
That was the big announcement that I was talking about in the beginning.
Oh, okay. Do we want to just keep dangling it? Nah, just tell them what's going on.
No, because we want people to make plans. So February 25th, February 26th, it's a Saturday. I think we're gonna go night, right? Saturday night. And then all day Sunday, the 26th, is gonna be Top Dawg 4. And it's our GSF exclusive camp that we started last year, and we are on our 4th one, which is pretty cool. That's why it's called Top Dawg 4. But this one's different because this is going to be strictly for the class of 2024s in the Bay Area and all around. But the Bay Area guys have priority to be part of this. So we need to set a limit of participants. I'm thinking 80, or should we go higher?
We can go higher. Got it.
Well, here's my thing. The first 80 are they're gonna get something special. So once we make the announcement, there will be it's also gonna be an invitation list. There's an invitation list. So the guys that we're gonna invite are gonna get a DM. We're gonna slide in their DM. They're gonna get a little invitation postcard. Okay. And if they do accept, they have to post it to accept, tag us. Then they're gonna get a link to the registration page where the first 80 participants are gonna get something pretty cool. And this is the start of the new year, baby. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I already know. Here's the one question that people are gonna have. You ready? How do I get invited? There's a couple ways.
You're not gonna get invited unless you're invited.
Yeah.
Because that's how we're gonna do this one. People are there's a group of guys that are gonna get invited. And when those guys there's gonna be a deadline to accept
for them to finalize.
When the deadline is when the deadline expires, then all those guys that are invited are gonna get wiped out of the system. The ones that accept, they're gonna be
in.
They'll be in and they will be taken care of. Dude, we take care of our guys. I think everybody knows now that if you become part of our stuff, like you get taken care of.
Oh yeah.
And I feel bad for the guys that didn't realize that. But so you'll get invited. You'll have a deadline to register and accept the invitation. If you don't meet that, then you get wiped out of the system. And then you will get an opportunity to still participate, but not as somebody who got invited. I don't know if that makes sense. So it will be open eventually, but there's a list of guys that we actually are going to send invitations to. Yeah.
Cool.
It's going to be fun, man. It's going to be intense. I know it's going to be intense. We have several coaches that are going to be involved in this one that are, high caliber coaches that have that power to evaluate, recommend, mention in their network the top performers, the guys to watch out for. And we're gonna change this whole thing. I think one of my goals is to really create an event that is transparent and as close to accurate as possible.
Yep.
You know that.
Oh yeah. No, I'm all about like accuracy. Have to. Especially with draft. It's draft season for me. So we got to be accurate as heck. Like we have to. So, for those that don't get that and don't understand that, come by a draft workout here and see what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like if you guys have an opportunity to go to like places where they train like players for the NFL draft, like you should see the precision, the work ethic, and then also like all the details that we have to iron out prior to the combine and prior to their pro days. That's why we are doing this for you guys. Yeah.
No, it's gonna be an awesome experience. I'm looking forward to it. And we also have something in the works outside of California, and it's nothing concrete, but we're probably going to have a tournament outside of the Bay Area because people are asking, and we want to give people what they want. So, but yeah, man, that's pretty much all I have for today. I'm going to go do some wrestling coverage this weekend. I'm not sure where. I'm going to look up the schedule, but it's got to be a wrestling tournament on Saturday that I could go to. And then Sunday, we got the tournament. And then we're going to start rugby coverage with the St. Francis Lancers. I got a special video presentation for the Sarah Padres banquet this next week. That's going to be cool. I got to do a lot of driving. Hopefully it's a good day. I got to be out and about. But 2-day 7-on-7 tournament, coach, in February.
That's gonna be a fun one. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. I think we want to bring in 36 teams.
Whew. That's gonna be a gnarly. It's like a wrestling tournament. You got to make day 2.
You got to make day 2. So we got to work out what the requirements are to make. I think point differential and total points scored would be a good good gauge for that. What do you think?
Hmm.
Wins and losses, point differential, combination
Because,
of both. I think if you combine them, it's too complicated.
yeah, I think it's like if you like, because you can go wrestling style, right? You can do wrestling style where it's like if you lose your first round, like you can win yourself back. You can like play back in. That's so complicated. Never mind.
Yeah. Or we could do double elimination, which means like
There you go.
if
Lose
you
twice,
lose twice, then you're out.
like done.
Done. Yeah. We can do it that way too. I
Do
think
you want to do a? Well, we'll talk details about it when we get to it, because like that would be like, how are we going to seed? Right, we got to figure out like how to seed.
Zorts.
Oh,
All everything. Our tournaments are all on Zorts.
this is true. Well, it's going to be like the team. It's more for like the teams that are outside. Like if they've played. Oh wait, no. If they played on a tournament, it's probably on Zorts.
Oh no, we'll do a prelims. We'll do
Like a
pool
seeding
play.
round.
Yeah, we'll do
Okay.
a pool play.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do a pool play, and that would be but I do see what you're saying though. Like yeah, if it's point differential or total point score, that might not work for certain teams. Especially, well, I mean, they have to compete. We have to compete. You know, we'll be on the same boat as everybody else. So the best teams will most likely make it. But so it's going to be like, you know, you'll have your top 5, and then the rest of that, we're just going to have to fight for a spot for a 16-team bracket. Right. So.
Yeah, I like that. That works.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
I think that would be, be awesome. So that's what's cooking, people.
Yeah.
2023. We are 11 days in already.
Yeah. Dang. The big top dog 4. And then, I mean, obviously, we're probably going to do another one sometime before the summer.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the one where, and I'm going to make this announcement because I made this announcement before, and some schools have taken advantage of it already. If you want to get invited to a top dog camp, let me know. I will come to your school, and we have standards from our past performers. And if you can beat our past performers, you can come to a top dog.
Hey.
At your school. I will come to your school, and I will bring the timer, and I will test you guys. I have the standards. I'll talk to your coaches about it. Let's find some more people to get in here. Let's work on everybody.
Yep. And I think one of the things we're trying to work out too, we are looking to come up with a rating system.
Yes.
That is based on performance, that will unveil most likely by Top Dog 6, because Top Dog 4 is going to be strictly for 2024s. I believe Top Dog 5 is going to be 24s versus 25s.
Oh, okay.
I think, you know, I got to check with the group, but we will definitely get to Top Dog 10 before the year's over.
Good. We should.
So,
and
you're looking at 6 camps this coming year.
7. This is going to be fun.
Yeah.
And once we there's a lot cooking for the whole GSF fam and for everyone out here in Northern California and beyond. I'm just going to say and beyond. We're coming. We're here. Like, we're here to help.
Coming in strong, baby.
Coming in strong.
Anyways, if you guys have any comments, questions, feedback, criticism, if you have something to say to me, say it to my face. So our comment section's open, DM's open. We want to do a really good job. And at this point, we are very selective of the groups that we want to affiliate with and individuals we want to work with. So if you feel like, oh my God, they hate me or whatever, or they're not returning my call, it's not because of that. It's because like we got to keep things manageable and small, and we want to work with people, but we got to have the same mission. So it's kind of like hiring people for jobs and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So I do get a lot of those, and if I'm pretty sure you're watching it. So yeah, so best thing to do is to just keep up with the information, because as we grow, we are going to need more resources and individuals to work with. So officially want to welcome Coach Oscar, as he will be one of our device guys. He's going to bring his product to our events, and we're going to work together and making sure that the athletes are equipped to get the results that they need in order to perform in their sport. So yeah. All right, Coach Andrew, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. I know we got like a week break, so let's go.
Yeah, I got a couple of days to chill, and then I got to pick it back up with the 7 stuff. So anyways, all right, that's it. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. This thing is chaptered, so if you want to skip, you could do that by going to YouTube description and just clicking on the section that you want to hear. All right. See you next time.